once again, let's put the assign library task there, even though we don't need it at this point in time, but we want to have one, at least one in each file, each project file, so that we can run it if needed in the future. So I would like to keep that there. So access read only. Okay. So we have that. Okay, good. Now bring in quarterly purchases. Okay. So this is the data. So now we're going to do query builder and click this to add a new column, advanced expressions. So we're going to now build a function. So here is the data columns that are available. Okay, and there is only one table, and under one table, what are the columns? And then here are the functions. So you can click the plus under functions, and then the list of functions available are shown here, and this list is categorized here. So within each category you will find the functions. Suppose we have aggregate, and we want the mean quarterly purchase, so we can use the mean function. Okay, so we have the mean. Now we can go to the, so click favorites and table. This is for quick navigation. So now you have the tables. Now double click the first quarterly purchase, comma the second one, comma the third one, comma the fourth one. So now we have the 4 purchases. Okay, now click validate to make sure that there are no errors. So that is good. Okay. Now click next, and say we want this to be called average AVG QTR purchases, average quarterly purchases. Okay, so there it is. Finish. So now you have average quarterly purchases. Okay. Suppose we want this to be rounded. Okay. Now we've already created. To make modifications, select that, and well, we can do it in either way. Click the computed columns. So here is the computed columns. Click edit. So now we have that. Okay. So now we can include the round function like that. Okay, click next, and we can change the format, display format. This is the dollar value, so let's make this a dollar format, and that would be currency, right? And dollar, which is, so we are rounding, so there is no need for decimal places. So click OK and finish. Okay, and suppose we want one more function, one more calculated field. All right, so we're going to create new advanced function, advanced expression. Okay, so we're going to use the MDY function. Okay, so go to functions, categories, and date and time function. Okay. So there are lots of date functions. These are very extremely useful functions, and I'm going to use the MDY, and I'll tell you why in just a second. Okay. All right. So we take the MDY, double click that. What this does is it constructs a date with the month, day, and the year that you provide. Okay. Now, here what we're trying to do is we want to figure out from the customer birth date, okay, suppose we want to send an email to the customer on his or her birthday. Okay. So now if we use this customer birthday, then the year of the birth date will be different, right? It will be for some 1985, 1990, 1945 or whatever. But you want the birth date in this year, in the current year, 2016, for example. So the first item is month, right? So you say month, right? And go to tables and select customer birth date. Okay, so we need to close parentheses there. So that gives us the month. Okay, good. Next we want the day of the month, and the day of the month is given by the function day. And again, it is the customer birth date. Close parenthesis. All right. So now the last item is the year, but we want the year of this year, whatever the year may be. Or you can type in 2016 if you like, but that would hardcode 2016 into this. What if you want it to be flexible so it can be used in 2017 and 2018 or whichever date that on which you are running this? Okay, suppose you want to run, so what customer birth dates are coming up in the next 6 months or next 3 months? So you have to look at what the current date is. So the year of, and there is a function for that, that is today. Okay, so today, open parenthesis, close parenthesis. Okay, and then that is for the year, and then we need one more parenthesis for the MDY function. So now we have the MDY will take the month from the customer birth date, right? The day of the month from customer birth date, and then this year. So to validate, so everything seems fine, no errors. So now we'll give the name promo date. That is, we want to send a promotion on the day of the customer's birth date. Now change the format to a date format, and we want the date format to be no, we want it to be DD. Date. So we'll have date format there. That's the normal one, and then finish. Okay. So what other? All right. Now to close, and suppose we want customer ID. All right. Customer name. customer birth date and promo date. Well, promo date is already there, so we don't need it. So let's move this. Okay, we can reorganize the column names by using the arrow keys. So let's move the average purchases down below and promo date down below like that, and then click run. So now we have a new report or new data set that you can use for the next step in your process. Okay. So these are numeric functions. We looked at just one function, the mean function, the round function, and we looked at one date function. It's just to give you a feel. And there are, as you see, there are lots and lots of functions available. You have to just play with it. Depending upon what you need is, you should look for a function that will help you get the task accomplished.